Most people watch these Toughman fights from the crowd or on video, but last week I was in the corner, and let me tell you, it's a whole different world when you're the one trying to keep the fighter calm, focused, and alive out there. And this was Knockout King's very first ever event, and I fought at Toughman events like this early on in my career, so I have experience and I understand the whole environment around the whole Toughman atmosphere. If you don't know anything about Toughman, you get a lot of low level or beginners. A lot of time these guys have never fought in the ring. This is their very first time, and I don't mean any disrespect at all. Like I said, I've fought at these type of events before. You got to get your feet wet somewhere, and these type of events, the Toughman events, are the best way, in my opinion, to do so. But yeah, you see a lot of low-level guys testing out what they got. It's a lot of heart, there's a lot of grit, and a lot of brawls. It's not very technical. It's not like traditional boxing, but it has its own avenue, and it's pure entertainment. Being a cornerman can be pretty stressful at times. Luckily, I was accompanied with Coach Cobra, a very seasoned coach. He actually fought back in the 80s, which was a very, very tough era to fight in, and he's seasoned. He's been around the block, he's been around the world. This guy's fought everywhere. So being with him is actually really nice. He did a lot of the in-ring talking. You know, he had the experience there. I handled before the fight and in between, and just giving him little cues here and there. But having him there with me did help quite a bit. But you only have 60 seconds in between rounds to try to get your fighter calm down, focused, and then try to instill some type of game plan based off what just happened. And a lot of times, let's be honest, they're going based off adrenaline. They don't even know what they're doing. So it's hard for them to really understand what you're trying to tell them to do when their heart's pumping. They don't even know what they're doing. They're just flailing, brawling. But you gotta try to calm them down the best you can. And sometimes that's harder with others. One of the biggest things I think all the fighters could improve on, and I mentioned this to them before, but cardio. These are only 1 minute rounds or 3 1-minute rounds, and these guys were getting gassed out. One guy, you know, he won the fight, but then I noticed when he was trying to get out of the ring, he kind of seemed a little out of it. I don't think anybody else noticed it, but I was staring at him. I was watching him across the ring. He's on the other side of the ring, going down the steps, and he seemed a little wobbly. And then going down the stairs, like, he is hesitant quite a bit. And finally, when he got off the stairs, he went to go see the doctor. I guess they realized he wasn't doing so good, and he kind of like fell down. I don't know if he collapsed or what, but they had him on the ground, and they ended up taking him to the ambulance to the hospital. Cardio, everybody can improve on cardio, guys. You have to do it. If this is a sport you're going to want to invest in, cardio is extremely important. You have to do it. You have to up it. That's my biggest takeaway for all the fighters. Everybody was tired at their fights. In my opinion, cardio in some ways can beat skill, because if the guy with skill doesn't have the gas tank to go, any idiot who can outlast him could win. That's just my opinion. So I was the blue side, and we had about, I think, 12 fights total, and we settled at dead even, 6-6, I believe the score was. And I had a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. A lot of respect to all the fighters who got in the ring. That's tough to do. Whatever your skill level, anybody who steps in that ring, win, lose, or draw, earns my respect. It's something that most of the people in the world wouldn't think about doing. So the fact that you got in there, you threw hands, much respect. If you've never been to a Toughman event, I highly recommend it. It's pure entertainment, and it supports local fighters. And if you have the chance to work a corner at one of those, even better, dude. You get the best seat in the house. You get to coach some of the guys. It's definitely well worth it. Let me know if you ever been to a Toughman event or worked as a cornerman. I love to hear your stories. And until next time, I'm out.